What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, if this is your first time visiting the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell too. Hit that, yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me, okay? I really appreciate it. How's everybody doing today? I see two people came in so far. What's up? I kind of apologize to everybody. I was going to do it live yesterday, but I got in. It was too late, so I said maybe we could do it on Wednesday. I hope it's okay. I never did it on Wednesday before. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come in. So far we got 3 people come in. Man, we got some important stuff to talk about tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got some heck of a stuff to talk about tonight. All right, what's up? What's up? Okay, we got 4 people in. What's up, Joseph? Okay, we're gonna start it now. We're gonna start everything now. All right, here we go. We're going to start the program now. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go, y'all.
Tony Rome Live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, man? I hope everybody's doing good. What's up, Joseph? What's up, Harry? Hey, what's happening, man? It's a lot going on. Well, we got a lot to talk about tonight, boy. This world, I tell you, it is going upside down. Before we get into the Colombian news, I'd like to tell you guys something. They found another tourist this week in Medellin again. Yes, they found another person has passed away in Colombia. Break something yesterday to go up. Yeah, Harry. Yep. Gold is going way up. Man, something big is getting ready to happen, bro. Something big is going down. Something big is going down. People need to get prepared to what's happening. But yeah, they found another tourist. He was found on the floor with a head injury, and they think it was scopolamine that caused it. You know, and I said before, I did many other videos about this before, about you gotta be careful when you go down there. If you, because he died. Yeah, the tourist passed away. Yeah, he was American too. Yeah, that happened last week. Yep, it happened last week. Yep, they say he fell on the. He was in the bed and fell on the floor, hit his head. He was there with the feet. Of course, there was a female that was present. But you see, the thing that you have to understand is that these people, they are waiting for you. These criminals. I'm not making Colombia bad. Colombia is it's a beautiful place. It's a great place to visit. I highly recommend visiting there. But if you are moving the wrong way, then more than likely something bad is going to happen to you. If you're inviting strangers into your Airbnb, I told you don't ever bring nobody into your Airbnb, ever do that. But people keep doing it anyway. I don't know why. I don't know why would you bring, a stranger into where you sleep, but another person has passed away. So this make, I think, number 40 this year. It's been about this is like number 40 of people that was found dead under mysterious circumstances in Colombia. That's scary, man. But you got to know how to move when you go down. If you move the wrong way, more than likely something bad is going to happen to you, especially when you go out there to prevent them picking girls up off the streets and bringing them back to your Airbnb, that's a bad sign. Because let me tell you something. I did a video about this about 2 weeks ago about the major signs to look out for. Okay, like for example, if you meet a female and she sends you a picture covering her face, you know what I'm saying? That is a classic red flag right there. If some matter of fact, someone on Instagram, because sometimes they get your information on Instagram, they send you some information about themselves. They send you a pic of themselves, but they covering their face like they want you to meet them and stuff. When they come this way, that's a bad sign. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. We're gonna jump into the economic collapse first, and then we're going to jump more into the dark side of dating Colombian women. There's some things that you guys should know about if you're dating down there. Some things that you really need to be careful of. Some things you really need to look out for. Okay. So jumping back into the economic collapse, Boeing plans to cut about 10% of its workforce, about 17,000 people. Let's see. Yeah, Tony's breaking it down to red. Yeah, those are red flags. Yeah, those are red flags. Yeah, I would, if someone send you a picture, I won't pay no attention to it. Leave them alone. If they send you their profile and you're looking through their profile and they got pictures not showing their face, sometimes they take pictures turned to the side or something obstructing their face, or they're just showing the bottom part like this. You know, that's when that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And she's being real pushy. If she's being real pushy to come, that's another red flag, because good women over there, under no circumstance, is going to sleep with you on the first night. It's not going to happen. That has been my experience since I've been down there. The good girls do not sleep with you on the first night. If they try to get to your place really quick, like, come on, let's go, let's party, come on, I want to come see you now. Another red flag. Let's see. She bring her friend. Yep, when she brings her friend. Yeah, that's the danger zone. That's the danger zone. Yes. Yep. When she brings a friend, that's the danger zone. You are in the danger zone. And matter of fact, the hotel where I stay, they don't allow you to have two girls. Most of the good hotels in Poblado, they will not allow you to have two girls in your room. They only allow one visitor at a time because they know the game. They know the game because one does the distraction, other one puts the drug in you. But for some reason, tourists continuously keep going down there, making the same mistakes. I don't get it. As there's going to be more casualties. There's going to be more, unfortunately, unless the U.S. government steps in and do something about it. Maybe restricting us from going down there. I don't know. But so far, it's been over 40 so far. That's been over 40 this year alone. So if you add 2024 and 2023, you talk about, man, close to 100 fatalities. And like I say, I'm not saying Colombia is a bad place. It's a beautiful place. When I go there, I have a good time every time. Every time. But I always stay in my lane every time. I don't go out at night walking around, parking Jerry's looking for girls to bring. Oh, no. And they will tell you not to do that. They said that's very dangerous. They would tell you that that's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. So, okay. So that's an unfortunate situation that happened. So And like I keep getting this news every week, so when I get the news, I just tell you all, I just bring it out to you. Okay, so here we go back to the economic collapse. Boeing plans to cut about 10% of its workforce. That strike between Boeing and its employees is horrible. This is not going to end well. Let me show you a video about this, what's going on. And this is kind of sad because there's a guy out there, he's picketing, and he's been there with the organization for a long time. And he doesn't know if he's going to ever have a job again. So check this out.
This is the company says they plan to cut its global workforce by 10%. The aerospace giant says they're delaying production on the 777X and ending production of the Everett-built 767 in 2027. Now, today marks 4 weeks since Boeing machinists walked off the job. And as factories sit idle, Boeing is burning through their cash. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Matthew Smith.
And I'm Frankie Thompson. Fox 13's Jennifer Dowling spoke with an aviation expert and joins us live in Everett with his take on what this means for Boeing.
Yeah, analyst Mike Dunlop says that the layoffs were not unexpected. He says the company needs to reorganize in order to rise from the ashes as it has before. He says the company also needs to intensely negotiate a new contract so it can move forward.
I love airplanes. I really do.
Chuck Wilson began his love affair with planes back in the late 80s.
The first day I walked into the factory in 1989.
You hear what this guy said? You hear what he said? He said he's been working since 1989. So I suspect that this guy probably in his 60s. Okay? I'm not saying nothing negative about this guy, but this is the reason why I do these type of videos. You know what I'm saying? Because of economic situations that this could happen to you. Let me see. Scopolamine drugging are now a new more local are drugged in Bogota. Yeah, then tourists, yes. The U.S. government will not intervene. I understand that. Warnings are provided that any guy that takes the same chance. Yeah. I don't think the government's going to do anything about it either. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. But the problem is, J Love. How you doing, J Love? Thank you for coming, brother. I'm going to tell you something. The thing that I think maybe the government will get involved is there's just been too many tourists. There's been too many. I mean, just this year, it's been, what, over 40? And the year's not even ended. This is October. So you're not talking about October. So you're not talking about 2023 and 2024. So you add those two together, it's close to 100 people that died. That's a lot of freaking people. Because anything can happen anywhere. I mean, you have things can happen in Mexico, things can happen in Brazil, things happen there. But I never heard of this constant, it's like this is happening like almost every week. It gets to the point like, okay, should they add another travel restriction? Should they restrict travel down there? But the only thing that I can tell you is that they are waiting for you. They know that we're coming. They know what you're coming down there for, and they're setting up traps for you. The criminals are. And that's why when you go down there, that's why they tell you. Because when I go down there, my girlfriends tell me, don't do this, don't go here, don't go to this communal, don't go here, don't be walking around flashy, don't do this. They tell me what to do and what not to do when I go down there. And I stay on that lane. I walk around the hotel, I go to the mall, I go to the store, I talk to the locals, people at the grocery store, and things like that. That's about it. That's all I do. I go right back to the hotel, to the resort. There's police officers there. The security is walking around. It's a 24-hour safe environment. And then when my friends come to see me, they have to present ID. That's another thing. That's another very important thing. They must have an ID. An ID is very important. If you don't have no ID, you ain't getting in there. They will not allow you into the hotel without an ID. And matter of fact, they make sure that the ID is authentic, because what they do is they use a gun, a machine, and they scan that. It has like a hologram on an official ID. So if you meet a female that has a fake ID that's trying to get into, come see you, she won't even be allowed into the hotel. And most of those nice hotels in Poblado is like that. You know, but if you have an Airbnb with no security, and you let two females come up into your room with no security or nothing, you are setting yourself up for failure. You know what? I don't believe the government will get involved. Colombia is very important ally to U.S. The government provides them tourism. Yeah, the U.S. government does provide them millions of dollars. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. So the only thing we can do right now is we have each other. That's all we can do. And the only thing I can tell you from my experience is that people come there the wrong way. And it's all the type of content that they're posting too. I seen this guy. Let me tell you another thing. I seen someone, I'm not going to mention his name. He posted, he's in Brazil right now, okay? He's in Brazil, okay? He posted a video about going to two females invited him to their apartment, and he went there. And he has a thumbnail of a girl sitting on his lap. And that's what these countries, they don't like that. They don't like for you to be posting pictures of their females, or, you know, you're American and you're doing this to their women. They don't like that. And I don't understand, why do guys put all their business out on social media? I just don't understand that. So these people in these South American countries like Brazil and Colombia, they see this. They see the stuff that you're posting on social media, and they say, we're going to be ready for you when you get here. They know that you're coming, and they're waiting for you. Okay.
I fell in love with airplanes.
Now a longtime employee and part of the machinists union.
I am a quality inspector.
Okay.
I inspect planes out here on the flight line.
He's off the flight line for now and is currently on the picket line outside Boeing's Everett plant, hoping union negotiations spark up a fair contract.
Got a burn barrel to keep me warm, and I'm just fine.
Negotiations stalled earlier this week, and Friday the company announced it was axing 17,000 non-union jobs.
They have to get their finances straight. They've gone from having 30 billion in the bank to owing 60 billion. They've got about 10 billion left.
Aviation expert Mike Dunlop says it's not surprising the company announced cuts.
They've also got to stop the leaks in the sieve, and you cannot run a company that has negative cash flow at the rate that Boeing has.
He says a company revamp could take a couple years, but he feels Boeing will emerge better for it.
This is an absolute perfect opportunity to start the revival and the renaissance of the Boeing company.
As for the strike,
if they continue this adversarial relationship with both parties, it's just not going to end well.
I believe it's a stall game to see how long we'll go without pay, health benefits, and all the things that we need to take care of ourselves.
Wilson says he'll weather this latest storm.
Sandwich, we got...
No, thank you very much. I'm good.
Coffee,
coffee, no, I'll pass for right now.
And is hoping to be back on the job soon to reignite his passion for planes.
It's been with me ever since. The last thing I'll do is build an airplane.
The Machinists Union says today's announcements are just a distraction. In a statement released, John Holden, president of the IAM District 751, says, quote, the path to resolve this strike begins at the bargaining table.
This is a sad situation, man. All those people are going to lose their job. The economic collapse is coming. Okay, let's see. Lucius Trevor say Colombians are trash for dating. They cheat and lie. Go to another better country like Peso Man used to stay. It's laced with what? Used to say it's laced with crack. What is that? I don't understand that, Ulysses Travel. But you're right. Let me see. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see so I can see this. Okay, the guys posting disrespectful content and giving wrong information of the country. I hear that magistrates in Colombia are randomly pulling men, primarily black men, out of the line in Colombia. Yes, they are. They are. Yes. Yes, J-Love. Yes. I mentioned that before in one of my other videos. Yes. They're pulling black men out. Oh, I almost forgot. Razor Ray sent me a video of black men being frisked by the police there. I think it was Pacajeras or Provenza. So they already starting to profile us when we go down there. Yes, guys posting disrespectful content and giving wrong information of the country. I hear that the magistrate of Colombia are randomly pulling primary black men out of the line in Colombia. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're doing that. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. They're pulling people. And you know what? When they do it, they don't give you no reason why they're doing it. You could be sitting there. You could be right there in line. You know what I'm saying? And they just come, look at you. If they look at you and they don't like you, they'll pull you out. And then send you back. And you have no, and the ones that it happened to, the ones that I know this has happened to, they say they absolutely did absolutely nothing wrong. But I'm gonna tell you what they do why would they probably pull you out? I'm gonna give you two reasons why you're a target on that line, why they usually pull you out. Number one, you talk too loud. Number two, they don't like for people to always be on their phones all the time. You always should put your phone away. You know what I'm saying? You know, you always should be dressed neat, dressed, casual. Don't be looking suspicious. And don't be on the phone. They do, in that immigration line, they do not like you on the phone. If I have to take my phone out, I look at it for a second, and then I put it right back in my pocket, and I'm just standing just like this. You know, I don't be just yapping on my phone and stuff. And sometimes they'll tell you to put your phone away. And if you don't put your phone away, then they pick you up. That got to be really frustrating to get all the way out there. And then you're told that they're sending you back. And you don't have no reason why they're sending you back. But yes, they are. You're absolutely right. I've mentioned this before. They're pulling people out of line. But people ain't listening. They still posting this type of content. They still, like the guy in Brazil, he got these two girls, got one girl, got his leg over him like this, holding her like this. And then he's showing another girl laying on the couch. They don't like that. Countries don't like that, man. And it's giving Americans a really bad reputation. But no offense, some black content creators have created the problem by promoting sex to it. Yeah, and other negative stereotypes. I mean, no offense, but this. Yeah, you're right. They are. They are. You know what I'm saying? So what they're doing is they basically are exploiting the poverty that is down there. You know what I'm saying? You're profiting from showing that type of content. And they consider that as being very disrespectful. They told me this. They told me this every time I go down there. They say, only thing you guys like to come down here for is XEX and to get high. That's what they said. They say you don't care nothing about the country. You don't care nothing about the jewels of the country, the coffee, the plantations, the monuments, the castles, all that stuff. Nobody talks about stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, but other countries, you know what I'm saying? When you walk, let me tell you something. When you go down there, when you walk through that gate, when you go down, let me tell you something. My cousin used to tell me this all the time. May he rest in peace. He was the one that got me going to Colombia years ago, because we used to go down there like years ago before all this YouTube and all this stuff came out. But he said the minute you step off that plane, you got to leave your American mentality in the plane. You know, that mindset that you got, that you come from America, you got to leave that stuff behind. You know, because that's the stuff that's going to get you in a lot of trouble. Yeah, but yeah, I know you say it's called capitalism. Yeah, you're right. Well, hey, it's getting us in a lot of trouble. But this is the thing from Boeing. It said the path to resolve this strike is beginning at the bargaining table. Now, unwilling to stay at the table only prolongs the strike. The CEO of Altenburg has the opportunity to do the things differently instead of the same old tired labor relations threat used to intimidate and crush anyone that stands up to them. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this situation with Boeing is going to end very well. I don't think it's going to end very well. All those people, I think what's going to happen. Let me tell you what happened here in Detroit. We used to have a company here called Hostess that make the cupcakes. Okay, you know those fruit pies, Hostess. That factory was here in Detroit. Okay, and what happened was it was a bunch of people that went on strike. And it was a nasty strike too. I'm not saying not to strike. I'm not saying not to union. I'm not talking about that. You know, if you're in a union, that's good. If that's what you have. But they were in a union, and they were picketing, and it seemed like there was no type of agreement between Hostess and the union. So let me tell you what happened to the company. The company decides to close down and sell it to someone else and let all those people go. All those people lost their job. So this may be the same thing that might happen with what happened with Boeing, because it looks like they're not going to resolve this issue either way it goes. And I would hate for that old guy to lose his job. He's been there for. That's what I'm saying. Always. That's why I do these lives, to tell you guys to prepare yourselves economically, because you don't know what's going to happen. He said he's been there since 1989. I imagine he's in the 60s. He should be retired by now. But he's still doing picket lines. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but it's a sad situation. And the economic situation is getting more dire. So we all need to prepare for what's coming, guys. We need to prepare. I got some more news for you about how dire the economy is in this country. So, like I said, whatever it is you got to do, you better do it quickly, okay? I will invest in silver and gold right now. Matter of fact, I promise you on the next slide, I forgot to do this live. I'm going to give you another stock pick. Matter of fact, hold on for a minute. I'm going to get my phone. I'm going to give you guys another stock pick. Just 1 minute. Let me give you guys another stock pick. This is a really good company here, and I've made a big return from this company. See, the most important thing is being economically independent. So when the reset happens, whatever happens, if your job lay you off, you'll be financially stable. Don't ever put your eggs in one basket. Don't ever do that. Let me show y'all the name of this company that you should invest in. Let me see, I'm bringing my app up right now. I usually trade with Robinhood. Let me see what's the name of this company. It's a gold company. I got a company for you. The name of this company that you need to buy. If you guys trade stocks or anything like that, it's a gold company called Barrick Gold. The shares go for $20.70. It's $20.76 a share. Okay. Let me see what else about this company. Barrick Gold Corp is engaged in production and the sale of gold, copper related to activities. It also provides exploration, mining, development. It operates through the following business segment. Let me show more. It has over 24,000 employees. Its headquarters is Toronto, Ontario. Let me see its market cap. It has the $36.4 billion market cap. Okay. And it's trading right. It gives a 1.89% dividend. So what a dividend is basically when you buy stock, when it pays you dividends, it gives you money. It sends you money to your account. So like, I don't know if you all can see it or not. But this is the company right here. It's called Barrick Gold. Okay. The average volume they trade is 18.7 million. Okay. And this stock, I've done very well with this stock. I've done very, very well with this stock. But it's only $20.81. When the price of gold keeps going up, this stock is going to go up too. Okay. So that's the stock tip I want to give for you all today. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Do you still visit? Let me see. Do you still visit Colombian? Yes, I do. You know what? I haven't been this year, but I am going in March of next year for sure. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to buy my probably within. Let me see. This is October. Probably December. I start buying my ticket. So I'm pretty much almost got the money now. But this year, with the inflation going on, it's been horrible. One second. Turn off that light, save some electricity. Need every dime you can get. But yeah. I visit regularly. It's a great place. Let me see. Wait a minute, let me do this one first. The U.S. is in trouble, and Trump and Harris will not make it better. No, they won't. They won't make it better. We're getting ready to go off there. That's why when the reset happens, you have to be ready for when this happens. It's going to happen. And I got more stuff to show you. Guys, make sure y'all stay tuned to this live because I got a lot to show y'all what's going on in the world. Let me see. Yeah, I do. Yep, I do go to Colombia regularly. Yes, I do. I love the country. Beautiful place. Great food, great women, great people. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, we did that one already. They say dividends are quarterly payouts. Yes, they're quarterly payouts. Absolutely. Yep. So when you have I have a portfolio. I have multiple companies that I invest in. So I'm constantly getting, people sending me companies sending me dividends. I always invest in companies with dividends. You say, why not try Asia? I do want to try Asia. I do. You know what I'm saying? But Asia is a very long ways. Because if I go to Asia, if I go to Thailand, the Philippines, if I go any of those Asian countries, then you at least want to be there for about a month. You at least want to be there. See, I work, I have a job. Now, once I retire, now if let me put it like this. If I was a big YouTuber, had over 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, and I had other ways of making income, then I could go to these places like Brazil and Thailand, all those places, and stay indefinitely. But if I go to I mean, it's gonna take you almost 2 or 3 days just to really get over there. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the longest I could take from my employer is basically maybe 2 weeks at the most. So that's the reason why I never went to an Asian country or go to Africa, because those are very, very far geographically, that's a very long distance. But the DR and Colombia, it's right there. It's like a 12 for me. It takes me from Detroit to Miami to Colombia. It's about a good 12-hour trip on the plane, because I have to take 2 planes. Invest in defense, yeah, like Lockheed Martin, yep, Lockheed Martin, and those are the ones that make weapons. Yes, unfortunately, those weapons are used to, delete people. But yeah, defense, yeah, especially what's going on in Ukraine right now. So that would be a stock to invest in. Absolutely, Jay, you're telling the truth. Okay, I got some more economic collapse information for you guys. This is a young lady from ITM Trading. If you want to know more about this young lady, go to her channel called ITM Trading. She trades in gold, and she gives a lot of information about what's going on with the economic situation and what you should be invested in and investing in gold. I don't support any particular company or anything, or I'm not getting I'm not getting anything by advertising for someone, but I just refer information to you all because I want you all to be able to be economically, safe, So here we go.
We focus on how reckless government overspending impacts you and your financial future. Today, we're going to be focused on what the trajectory looks like if nothing were to change. But before we look at the future, let's make sure we understand today. Now, you can look at the national debt and picture it like a credit card with a bill that has grown out of control. The higher and higher it gets, the harder and harder it is to dig out of those consequences, because we know that the interest on the debt continues to rise with it. So if we look here, we're going to see the largest budget items that we are currently spending.
Okay, look at here. Look at the budget items that she's talking about. These are the 3 biggest budget items that's costing the government a lot of money: Medicare, Social Security, and defense. Okay, now watch this.
Our funds on as a nation. Some of them are exactly what you'd expect. We have Medicare, Medicaid, we have Social Security, and we have defense. But right here, number 4, we have interest on debt, which has actually surpassed how much we're spending annually on our entire defense. Think about that for a second. We are spending close to $1 trillion just on the interest on.
You see how much we owe? We are in debt $1 trillion just on the interest. This is the projection that we're headed right now. $1 trillion in interest.
Our debt. That is $1 trillion that could be spent on infrastructure, on schools, on healthcare, on so many things, on childcare, on whatever you name it, that American citizens are screaming that they need support on. And instead, it's going just towards paying off this mountain of debt. Nothing to show for it. Aside from making my blood boil, how does this actually impact you? Well, let's break it down together. The U.S. federal debt to GDP ratio, which we see today, is at 123%.
123% ratio of GDP in debt. That's unsustainable. That is unsustainable. That's too much debt. 123%? Man.
Is a critical indicator of trouble ahead, because when debt becomes unsustainable, we have a problem where there is no longer productive growth. None of the spending is really actually supporting people. Instead, it's just going towards financing this debt, and it becomes harder and harder to dig yourself out of the hole. So you end up having a situation where more cash is printed and more taxes are put on the people, making it an undue burden on you and me and everyone else who never asked to be in this situation. Especially when it's robbing us of our purchasing power, when our savings are under threat, which is evident as down here through the U.S. money supply. Now, money creation section, there's a couple subsections in here, but I want to focus on this U.S. M2 money supply now versus 2000. This website's made it really easy for us to see just how out of control this situation has gotten. Back in 2000, we can see money creation was just under $5 trillion. Today, we are looking at over $21 trillion. And I've explained this before, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that the more money, the more currency is really what this should say, the more currency that you create, well, the more that each individual unit of currency is going to be worth less. Hence inflation, hence the reason why your savings aren't going as far, your paychecks not.
So you remember when you guys were just asking me the reason why I wasn't able to travel this year is because of inflation. It's because of inflation. It is the value of the dollar consistently goes down. So the money that I used to put away to travel, the money I used to put away, I didn't have that money anymore.
Buying you as much, it's because the money supply is out of control. And just as frightening and honestly not talked about enough is the currency and credit derivative section. Now, as a quick reminder, this is just pure made up financialization. That's what these numbers are. Derivatives are financial weapons of mass destruction, according to Warren Buffett. And of course, they were those little things that ended up causing the entire 2008 great financial crisis. So, did we learn our lesson? Apparently not. Back in 2000, we can see that we had just under $100 trillion worth of currency and credit derivatives. And today that number is sitting at $632 trillion. Now, as a reference point, our entire US GDP for the year was $28 trillion. I mean, that is absolutely insane. These have the potential to take down our entire financial system.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, guys. The situation is pretty bad. Let's see. The dividends are quarterly payouts. Yes. Yes, they are. Nope, they won't make things better. It's going to continue to get worse. Yep, it's called capitalism. Yep, that's what it's called. Absolutely, sir. You're absolutely right. Yep. Well, you know, they have the BRICS summit that's happening this week. And this is another big thing. So the reason why I'm giving you all this information, because I think it's very important, because whatever it is you're going to do, you better do it now, because I think it's like we're on a ticking time bomb. And once the reset happens, it's going to be here, and it's going to be like, wow, you know, I can't believe it is actually here, you know. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard when it happens. Let me see what else. But I would advise you to invest in gold and silver. to protect your savings. Okay, what else I want to show you? Okay, all right, we'll get back to talking about the dark side of dating Colombian women. Okay, let me tell you this. Let me show you this video. Colombian girls are very beautiful. They're very nice. You know what I'm saying? But there's some things that you should know. And this is not nothing negative against them or anything like that. But if you ever dated one, or you're going to date a woman that's maybe in Cuba, Colombia, or Brazil, always remember one thing is that her problems will become your problem. Okay, what do I mean by that? Okay, a lot of these girls, they live in a state, they live in a state of poverty. A lot of them do. Not all of them. I'm not saying this applies to all of them, but my experience is that I do have friends that I go out with. I do have friends when I go down there, they take care of me. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Excuse me. But some of them that I have met, they live in a perpetual state of poverty, basically. Okay. And what do I mean by that? It's like, I say, the guys should do not do these things to trick off their money. Things are definitely going to get worse than that. Yeah, things going to get much worse. Yeah, the debt crisis, the amount of debt that this country's in, it's like we are in trouble. Economically, we are in trouble. But what I wanted to tell you about the females, about the girls in Colombia, is that your problems, their problems will become your problem. What do I mean by that? When they get in trouble, they're going to contact you. And they expect you financially to help them out. Countries are tired of U.S. manipulation by using the dollar against them. Yes, that's why BRICS was created. Yeah, I got a lot of information on BRICS. I hope you guys stay. But that's why I tell you that a long-distance relationship does not work. It doesn't. Because my experience is that when I became emotionally involved with maybe one or a female that I meet, the whole entire time, it's like it's always in the back of your mind, if she's with anybody else, or if she's lying to you, telling you that she's not. But the question you have to ask is this, is that if you go down there and you meet this girl, this female, you know what I'm saying? And then you come back home, is she going to wait for you 3 or 4 months? Ask yourself that question. And more than likely, she probably won't. Jack, how you doing, sir? It's so good to see you. Brother, it is so good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing, Jack? I'm so glad you guys always come, man. You guys always come. Every week, I appreciate it, man. But that is one of the dark sides of dating these females. The women are extremely attractive. They are gorgeous, gorgeous girls. Very gorgeous, but but you got to understand is that, let's see. But the misconception about Colombia is not all Colombians are poor, right? Many are wealthy. Yes, some of them are wealthy, especially in the northern zone of Bogota. Yeah, you do got some wealthy ones. Yeah, not all of them. But unfortunate is you probably end up meeting the ones that are poor. You know, I'm doing well just stacking that cash. Yeah, stack that cash, brother. Stack that cash, keep stacking it, man. You're gonna need it, what's coming. But there's a new economic shift that's happening out there, man, with BRICS. And I got some more videos I want to share with you guys about BRICS. Okay, is that okay? But my thing on the dark side of dating Colombian women. That's one of. I'm not saying all of them's that way. I'm not saying all of them's that way, but you meet some of them that are that way. Like for example, let me tell you what happened to me last week. The young lady that I showed y'all a video, the one that I was with when I was down there, that was showing me around. When I was there, she had a job. She was working, okay? So what she would do is she would work midnights. Then when she would get off of work, she would go home, take a shower, and she would call me and say, I'm on my way to see you. I think she lives in Bejo. And she would leave from there, and we would meet maybe about 9 o'clock, have breakfast, and we'll spend the afternoon together. And then around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, she would leave, go home, get herself together, and work. And she worked basically midnight shift. Okay. So me and her talk on a regular basis, and last week she looked at bad. She lost her job. She got laid off. Okay. She got laid off. I was like, oh my God. So she's crying to me saying that she don't have no food. She can't feed her dog. She's late on her utility bills, but she's never really asked for that before. Okay. And then the other day she calls me. She sends me a picture. She's holding the dog like this and talking about, I can't feed my dog. And I'm just sitting there like, wow. So what am I supposed to do? Because when I go down there, she takes good care of me. We have a good time every time I go there. And I am emotionally involved with her to a degree. And she said that they had a strike down there. She said that she showed me pictures. As a matter of fact, she was telling the truth. It depends on the circle you keep in Colombia. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let me see if I can see this a little bit better. Okay. It depends on the circle you keep in Colombia. I guarantee you, you will not meet an elite Colombian woman on Tinder. No, you will not. Nope. You will not. That will not happen. You're absolutely right. I attended the IT function at University Cultural Events in Bogota. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you know what? I heard that Bogota is kind of like, it kind of reminds you of New York. Okay. Yeah, I heard about Bogota. It's like kind of like New York. It looks like New York City. I've never been to Bogota before. But I think Cartagena and Medellin and Barranquilla have the most attractive type of. It seems like a lot of the women in Bogota. I know they got some beautiful women in Bogota. Because I met a few girls from Bogota, but I don't know. It seems like they look westernized a little bit there. I like more of that exotic type of look. You know what I mean, Jay? But I understand what you're coming from. But yeah, she called me. She was holding the dog like this. Holding the dog like this, like we don't got nothing to eat. So what you gonna do? She lost her job, unemployed, and I do understand. Like I said, I'm not saying all of them are like this, but you're gonna meet the ones that I mostly have met has been economically challenged. They are. And they live below poverty. So when you get emotionally involved with a woman like that, it's like it never stops. It never stops. Because it's going to be one crisis after another, one crisis after another, one crisis after another, you know. So what I do, I have to send somebody to get us some food. I mean, not a lot, you know, maybe 25, 30 bucks. I hear, well, here's 30 bucks, you know, get you something to eat. Because like I said, this individual does take care of me when I go, and she protects me. Maria protects me very. Y'all seen pictures of her before. I got videos on my playlist of us together down there in Colombia. We had lunch together. Very beautiful girl. Yep. Let me see what you say. You can't assist her, but that dog has to. Oh my God. Oh, Jack, you was too crazy, Jack. You are nuts. You said the dog has to go. You said, yeah, I could have said that, but that dog has to go. But Jack, she loves the dog. Jack, she loves the dog. I can't believe that, though. That was the most pathetic thing I ever seen. And the dog, and guess what? The dog was looking sad, too. The dog had like a little frown on his face. And she sitting up there holding the dog, and the dog like this, you know. I was like, oh man, how crazy can you get? How crazy can you get? And she cannot afford the dog, but she loved that dog though. That dog is her. The dog is named Pancho. She loves that dog. That dog is her soul. Because the dog got sick. The dog one time, see, this is another incident that happened. She was out walking her dog. She was out walking the dog, and the dog got bit by a snake. Okay? So she calls me and she's just crying and crying. You know, she's holding the dog. You know, she said, I got to take my dog to the vet because he got bit by a snake. Okay, she wasn't lying too because she showed me all the pictures. You know, so she takes the dog to the vet and they, you know, they got these things they wrap around the dog's arm and stuff like that. And she's like in tears, you know what I'm saying? You know, oh my God, it was crazy. Let's see. Bogota tends to think that they are more elite than the rest of Colombia. Yeah, they do. Bogota provides opportunities for education and they do? Okay. I still have family in Colombia, so that's why I know what to expect. Okay, wow. That's cool. So it's like, so what you're saying, J Love, it's like so what you're saying, it's like Colombia, you said that Bogota is kind of like a world of its own. That's what you're saying? That's what it sounds like. But I've seen people in Bogota before. And believe me, that place looked just like you in New York City. So they got skyscrapers and everything. You know, it does. It gives you that mold of that you in Manhattan, New York. That's what I heard. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I have a lot of things, but I cannot have them all. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, she was crying about the dog, and then when she had to leave the dog there, they had the dog in the cage and all that. Oh man, it was crazy. You know, so I'm just telling you is that when you care about someone and you're not physically there to go along with whatever it is that they're going with, it's really hard. That's the dark side of dating Colombian women. Because if you're not there when all this stuff happening, you just feel like there's, it's like you feel almost powerless. Let me give you an example. Let's say if you date a girl from Cuba, right? Y'all heard about what happened in Cuba, right? It's like all the electricity went down in Cuba. The whole country is in dark except Havana. Just imagine if you went to Cuba and you met a girl in Cuba. She was Cuban, and you back here in the States, okay? And they're having a blackout down there. So, and then not only that, they just had a hurricane there. So that makes you feel emotional, knowing that your girl is down there in Cuba without no electricity. And they just went through a hurricane. She can't connect with you because she has no power to power her phone. That's what I'm saying. Those are one of the things that happen when you're dating foreign women, because you deal with all these scenarios that keep happening. Natural disasters. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend in Colombia, they get a lot. Even when I was there, they was getting a lot of rain. Lots and lots and lots of rain. Okay? And I've seen houses were sliding off the mountain, just sliding off. And I was like, uh-oh, this is not good. So they tell me at the hotel, they said, well, a lot of the roads are closed because of landslides, mudslides are blocking off the road. They say there's a possibility that we may not be able to get you to the airport because the roads are being blocked by landslides. So that means that I'm basically stranded down here. Okay? So my friend down there, she's sending me pictures of houses where she is are actually sliding down them. Flooding, and people just losing everything. So that's one of the dark sides of dating Colombian and foreign women, is when you have to deal with natural disasters, when they go through it. And much of them is not that they're not financially prepared at all when it happens. So I'm not telling you, just take all your money, and send it down to, no. There was times I had to tell them, no, I don't got it. You have to. But I would not recommend getting emotionally involved with none of those, because it's very easily to do. And then a week ago, I had my other friend that called me from Barranquilla. This is the girl I first met. Real nice girl. She's a little older too. She's about probably in her late 40s. But beautiful girl. I showed y'all pictures of her too. So me and her, we keep in contact. When I go to Barranquilla, she always show me a good time in Barranquilla all the time. So she calls me the other day. She's the only Colombian female that I know that she speaks English and Spanish at the same time. She merges them both in. It's like when she talks, she's talking to you in Spanish. I never met nobody like that can actually speak in Spanish, combine Spanish and English in the same language. I was like, wow, that's something. But anyway, she calls me and she says, I haven't talked to you in a while. How things going? How you doing? I said, I'm doing good. Everything good. It's good to hear from you. I say, I'm coming back to Barranquilla to see you, okay? All right. My next trip to Colombia, I'm going to go to Barranquilla. Then I'm going to fly Ivanka over to Medellin. Maybe I'll stay there for a longer time this time. Yeah, she said, wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. She was just chopping it up. Then all of a sudden, you get that, that like silence for a minute. Like I said, okay, what's on your mind? She said, my roof is leaking. I don't, and because I've been to her house before. Wait a minute, hold on for a second. I will not even believe photos that I have heard of women in the DR use their children with fake IV. Yep, IVs are claiming that their kids need a blood transfusion. Yeah, I don't believe those elaborate stories. See, the ones that I talk to, the Colombian girls that I talk to, I know them. I have a physical connection. I had physical connections with them. I've been to their places before. I sat down at the table with them. They be with me. So I get a lot of people that send me stuff like that. There was a Dominican girl that used to send me information like that. She will open up a refrigerator. And yeah, I get the empty refrigerators. I get that stuff all the time. But what I'm trying to tell you all is that unless you're down there, don't get emotionally involved, because it's like a roller coaster ride. It's like a roller coaster ride. So matter of fact, so she calls and she says, Tony, can you I need $200. I have contractors that want to come and fix my roof. I've been to her house before. I've been to her home before. I've been physically in the house before. I see where she lives. I see what she has. And like I said, a lot of them are very, very, very poor. They are. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what becomes her problem becomes your problem. If you're going to date her, these are the things that you're going to be dealing with. And you're going to spend many times laying in your bed thinking about who could she be with. Because they give you, because what they do, some of them, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying these women are bad. They're not. But the life that some of these women live, they live day by day. It's like a hustle every day. They live every day, one day at a time. It's not like the United States. It's not like the United States. Okay? Guys boast about overseas women are greatest. Yup. The old retirement living in shacks in the Philippines, taking care of wives and entire family. The Philippines just as bad. Don't get fooled by everybody. Tony, you need to go to the Philippines. You need to go. Those women over there, they will. No. I had a Filipino girl I was talking to, and she did the same thing. The same thing. She called me crying, talking about she had a bad toothache. And then she sent me a picture. She'd take a selfie of a rotten tooth in her mouth, like this. And she'd send it to me. Yeah, I'm not saying that you cannot meet a good woman, but it's a risk. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't live in that country, leave those girls, leave your heart at home. Because when my friend called me she was holding her dog, the dog. And the dog was looking sad too. I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness. And she's talking about she's unemployed. She said that she don't have no food. They haven't had food. And it's true. Some of them haven't had food. I was with a girl down there, and she told me when she came to the hotel, she said she hadn't eaten in 2 days. I said, seriously? So when I brought her to the hotel and fed her, man, she was eating, man. She was just eating a hamburger and eating those French fries, and I even gave her, let's see what we got here. What's up, Tony? We can send a link, discuss the subject. Great point of advice. Okay, I got Terrell. I got my link. Okay, I'll put the link down for you guys. Okay, let me put the link. If anybody else want to jump in too on this subject, please do, because I'm just trying to save you guys a lot of heartache. And I don't want nobody to ever have to go through this. Let me put the link. Anybody want to jump in the subject, please do. Anybody can come in if you want to. Yeah, D-Money. What's up, D-Money? The dog was looking sad too. I'm not joking. It wasn't no special effects that she was losing. The dog was like this, like with a sad face, because the dog was sad because her mom because she was sad. The dog was reacting to her. You know what I'm saying? And her hair was all. I mean, usually she keep herself looking good, great. I mean, hair always be on point, everything. But I could tell something was definitely wrong with her. I could tell it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same person. Here comes Smooth Life, y'all. Okay, here we go. Aha, Smooth Life. What's up, man?
Put the extra smooth on it.
Oh
Yeah,
man, how
hey,
you doing, bro? You
talking.
okay?
I'm doing great, Mr. Tone. How you doing, man? I be trying to hit you up on Instagram, man, but I guess I don't know. At times get crossed, but
Yeah, yeah. At times I be sleeping. Well, I work 12 hours too.
okay.
So the best thing to do is just like leave a message or send me a text or something like that. Because I tell you, like it took me almost a few days just to do this live because I was
Oh
supposed to have
wow.
done it Sunday, then I went to Monday, and then I went to Tuesday. Like today, today's wait a minute, today's Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah. So how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. You?
Man, I'm just trying to tell these guys to keep their heart in their chest, man.
Yeah. So about that. So it's funny talking about the Philippines because I'm going to the Philippines. You know, I'm gonna be buying my ticket this weekend, God willing. Um, and I'm just taking that leap of faith. I'm gonna record a lot of content when I'm there.
Uh-huh.
Plan and everything. So yeah, so man, I wish me luck on that. As far as
Yeah, yeah, you
Filipinos,
gonna do good, brother. You gonna do really good.
yeah. I got a message. I got a message. I got something. I got some things I want to tell. Right. So I
Yeah,
want
go
to.
ahead, right here. You got the
Yeah,
platform, brother.
yeah. So I got that going on, and with the Philippines, cause I've talked to some Filipino women. Like, and I agree that no woman is perfect throughout
No.
the world, right? Like, you're gonna it's not gonna be no utopia, right? Like everything is just going peachy keen, and you're not gonna deal with no problems, because you're gonna deal with problems wherever you go. With these women, I just think that when you evaluate it, you deal with the most problems with American women. But with that being said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like America's, it doesn't, it's the only one who got problems because, it's true. These foreign women, if you're gonna travel to these third world countries, they are gonna. I think you going out.
Yeah, you going out.
Can y'all still hear me,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Tony?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you. You kind of went out for a second, but I was just
Okay.
saying that it's true. Like especially if you go to these third world countries, man, these women do expect a provider, and some of these women can
Yeah.
run some scams on you.
Yeah.
That is you're not going to get out of that. So
You're
if you
not.
want to
You're not
travel,
gonna get out of it. No, you're
if
not.
so if you want to travel overseas, just know what you're getting into. If you're a person who if you're a guy who wants more options, you can have more options overseas. If you're a guy who wants to deal with, have a better shot dating women because you may not be getting the love you want in the States, you can do that overseas. Like these things are possible, very very possible, and those are the benefits. These women are very feminine, they're very sweet, in general. And but here's the thing though, it comes at a cost. Everything comes at a cost, right? It's a trade-off. If you go
Right.
overseas, especially like I said, to these third world countries, these women are going to expect you to provide. They're going to
Yeah.
expect you to
Yeah.
put your wallet out, and I have no problem doing that because that's what I think men should be doing anyways. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem being the breadwinner. I don't mind, but see, I got to be getting something out the deal. If I'm getting your total submission and I'm getting you supporting me, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing all the stuff you need to be doing as a woman, I have no problem fulfilling my duty. So I have no problem.
Yeah.
So I just want to let the brothers know that, you guys talk about, you guys really got to study, if you're a guy who has a problem with breaking bread overseas in these third world countries, man, I don't think overseas is going to be for you, because these women do expect. We never, men traveling, lately in these last couple of years, we never said that it didn't come at a cost. We never said it was perfect. Everything comes at a cost. You do have to pick your poison. But I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather be dealing with that. I'd rather be dealing with women who are feminine, sweet. I got options and beautiful and supportive. I'd rather be and love me. I'd rather be dealing with that than I do what I deal with in the States. Chicks not giving you the time of day. You spending all this money on dates going nowhere. You disrespectful. Men are struggling at getting dates now and all that. I'd rather be dealing with the latter than the former. That's just my
Yeah,
2 cents.
yeah. The only thing you have to look out for though, like, because I met the good ones and I met the bad ones, but some of these women, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying to all my Colombian subscribers, I'm not saying all women are bad. All the country is bad. I love the country. I love the people. It's a great, great place. But some of these women, they can be extremely, extremely manipulative. Okay, what do I mean by that? Is that they some of them, like the guys tell me this in Medellin. Like I showed him the manager. I showed him my phone. I showed him a message. The message I was getting on WhatsApp app from some of these girls. You know what he said? The manager said, "Don't believe none of that." He said they do that. He said they do that to everybody.
Yeah, talk about they got problems.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
sometimes what they can do is, they run that scam of
and that's one thing.
they'll talk to you, but they'll be talking to someone else, giving them the same
Mhm,
type, you know,
mhm,
same thing.
mhm.
So you're not the only. That's what I'm saying. You're not the only one that she's talking to.
Exactly, and she knows she can run that game because there's men who will eventually give it up.
Right. There's men that would give it up. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
and so yeah, that's true. There's there is that essence too. Like I said, dating overseas is not perfect. It comes with its problems too. It's just better. Like for example, like you said, what Tony was saying to expound on his point. It's like he's basically saying that these women, they can be scandalous. They can be running scams. They can be because but you have to understand the psychology behind it and the circumstance. These women are in a poor country,
They're a
right?
very important country.
So
Yes.
these women are, they need to get funds because they got to eat.
Right.
So,
Right.
and
And
if
they're
they
very
have
good.
kids,
And they're very
if
good
they
at it.
have
They're
yes,
very good at it. Yeah.
and if they have kids, they can get even more desperate. So
And it's
these
very,
women,
it's
yeah,
very sad because some of them, the other dark part of the video that I want to explain, the other dark part is that the perpetual state of poverty. What do I mean by that? Well, some of them are like it's in a state that they want to get out, they want to do better, but they don't have the opportunity to better themselves.
hmm.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
when people get desperate, they start to do desperate things.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right. Because
so
like here, because I sat down, I talked to Susie when I was there at Medellin, and I asked Colombia the questions while I'm there. I said, "Can I ask a question?" She said, "What?" I said, "Do you guys have Social Security, bridge cards, Section A, um, like as unemployment assistance when you lose your job?" She said, "No, we don't have none of that.
mm,
So if you have a job there, you lose your job, you're just out of a job."
yep, you better make something work.
Right, right, right. So it's like they always in this survival type of, living that they're
So that
doing.
so they ain't got no food stamps, no EBT card. They
No
ain't got
EBT cards, they don't
no,
have nothing.
no EDD. No,
Uh-uh.
they don't got none of that, huh? No Section 8.
No Section A, no nothing. I asked her,
Mm.
I say, so what do you do when you lose your job? She said, well, basically what I do is I have to rely on relatives, you know. And man, I'm telling you, we don't really know what really poverty is until you go to poverty-stricken countries.
I agree. I
When I
100%
was in
agree.
Barranquilla, I saw, wow, I was complaining. Oh my God, I'm telling you, I consider the way how the U.S. is right now for the moment, there's really no poverty here. There's poor and rich, but there's too many support systems that we do have so far in this
Mhm.
country that you could go to It's like you got the Red Cross, you got
What's Red Cross?
huh?
What's Red Cross?
Yeah, you got the Red Cross, you got
What's
the Salvation Army. I
what's
mean,
what's
you got
what's
so many.
what is Red Cross? Sorry.
Red Cross is like dealing with disasters and homelessness and things like they like the Salvation Army.
And Salvation Army, I thought it's pitched for clothes, right? Or
Yeah,
something like
yeah, they provide clothes, they provide for a place for you to stay, especially if a woman with kids and stuff. That's things that we have here in place in the United States. But when you go to places like Cuba, Colombia, Brazil, places like that, they don't have that like we have
Yeah.
here.
Mm.
So that's why these girls, when they get in trouble, they're gonna call you.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing though, like this because there's always two sides to every story. It's like I get it from their perspective. It's like, well, shit, just ask. But at the same time, it sucks because you always wonder like, well, dang, she just views me as a as a pay pig, right? And she actually truly loves me, right? And that can come to play too. That can cross your mind, you wonder like, dang, if I wasn't American, or if I wasn't, sometimes that scenario can come. Like, if I wasn't American, would she actually still be loving me? If I didn't have resources from her to pull from, would she actually still be loving me, right?
Uh-huh.
With that same girl that I approached on the street, talked to, we went out and we got serious. We took her to a movie, took her on a date. We did all the good stuff, right? Is that same girl? Is that she still? If I became broke tomorrow, what would happen, right? So that's another thought that crosses your mind too.
Right. And the
You
thing
know,
is, the thing is, that you have to consider is that this is the sad thing is that when you leave that country, when you go back to the States, okay, you won't be back there probably again for maybe another 3 or 4 months, whatever. And everybody's different. I mean, I know individuals that went there every weekend, so everybody situation is different. But the thing that you must understand is that they're very good at telling you that you're the only one, and you're not the only one. Because she is not going to wait for you for 6 months or 4 months or 5 or a year for you to return.
I agree.
So that means she's going to remain celibate. She's not going to make love to anybody else. So those are the things that's the thing that used to go through my mind when I first started dating Colombian girls. It's like, okay, she says she loved me and everything, and she writes me and everything, she tells me good night. But the weekend comes, the birthday comes, the holiday comes. You think she's gonna sit there and just wait for you? Life goes on.
No, exactly.
So that's why I'm saying those are, the reasons that there's a dark side of dating these women because it's an emotion. What I would do is what I would recommend. If you're going to date one seriously, you have to live down there. If you don't live down there, don't get involved at all. Because when the problems start happening, when the natural disasters start happening, when they lose their job, they're going to turn to you. But see, in my situation, this is what makes my situation. Hey, Terrell, are you there? There's somebody else here in the chat.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to y'all. I don't want to interrupt y'all while y'all having the conversation.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing? Smooth life?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm doing good, OG. How you doing?
Good. How's the Philippines? You over there,
Man,
the Philippines?
I'm not in the Philippines yet. I try to get there around next month, sometime. The second half of the month.
You heard of what happened over at the Philippines,
Yeah,
right? About
yes,
Elliot Eastman.
yeah. Some guy got kidnapped. Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep. I mean,
Oh, okay, okay.
So
you know,
I've heard about that. Now I heard I got to look into that case a little bit more, but I heard that he was in places he wasn't supposed to be. He got way out of the tourist areas and was in like the provinces and stuff like that. And then they and I heard Filipinos say that even local Filipinos don't even go to those places. They know
Yeah,
to
so
stay away from them places.
yeah, yeah, so that's a level 4 advisory. It means do not travel there, period.
Where?
wait a minute. So what part of the Philippines was he at that got the one that got kidnapped? Where was he?
I don't know in particular. Like I'm funny because I'm trying to go to Cebu, but I think it was somewhere near Cebu. Like it was like on an island off of like like some like desolate village. From what I understand.
Right.
So basically a place that a tourist. Why in the hell as a tourist would you go there?
Okay. So he was way off the map there.
He was off the map. He wasn't in no main city, nothing like that. He was off the map. It'd be like if you in Michigan, you go to the forest. Like, why the hell are you going to the forest for? You know?
Okay. Wow, man, that's messed up. Yeah. Some tourists do really, really stupid things. They put themselves in situations where they can get kidnapped or robbed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but
it's not gonna stop me from it's not gonna
that's
stop
some
me from
weird
going.
stuff though. He got married with the Philippines too.
It's not gonna stop me from going, but it's just a reminder. It's like
Yeah.
even your places you think are good and not that nah, it can happen to you. So just make sure you keep your head on a swivel. You watch your surroundings at all times. You don't get in situations which you can't get out of, etc. So
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, I always keep my head on the swivel all the times, and they tell you when you go down there, they tell you because that's what I'm saying. See, in my situation, is that I still travel to Colombia a lot, right? And I always see the same girls. So when these girls do call me for financial assistance, I have to. I mean, they don't do it a lot. I mean, it's not like every day she was like, I need you to send me some money, my dog, my cat, my mama's in the hospital. No, she doesn't do that. She only contacts me for money when there's a crisis. Like I said, the dog don't got no food. She lost her. It was sad. So I had to send her something. I had to because there be guys that be coming on here and talking about um, I don't pay to play. If they tell you that, they'll lie. They're a big liar.
Mm.
They are. Nothing is free. Nothing. Nothing is free. No girl down there is gonna lay down with you for free. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
I agree with
oh,
that,
Mr.
Tony.
Tone, I would like to offer some pushback on that, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here's the thing, right? And this is where this is where I kind of just I separate myself from a lot of cats. They say, "Oh, nothing's for free. Nothing's for free." My perspective. You all have different perspectives. My perspective is that yes, nothing's for free, but it's when I hear men say that, defending their pay for play ways, I gotta offer pushback because listen, it's much more, and this is flat out. It's much more organic to at least be able to be with a chick, if you have to pay for just basic dates, than just paying for it straight up. Like let's not act like those are in the same two categories because they're not. You know, and this I know this can make for good content, so maybe we can talk about it. But no, even though yes, I agree that hey, nothing's for free. We can't act like it's something different. It's the same thing because it's not. How you doing, Ethan?
Let me say I have to go. It's nice, but I have a question. Okay, you said I have to go. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice you coming too. Thanks for coming. Again, not every woman is poor. Right, you're right. I agree with you. Every woman is not poor. As a matter of fact, women, let me see. Why dare a poor woman go to places where elite people hang out? Okay, you're right. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. There's other places you could go.
What do you think about that, Mr. Terrell?
About just what about what y'all was talking about?
Okay, he was in the Medellin,
Tony,
Philippines. Okay, gotcha.
Tony was saying that he says that nothing's for free. You got to pay for it all. And then I responded with I understand where he was coming from, but you know, whenever I hear guys say that, it's usually guys who like, because who do pay for play, and which I'm not knocking, as long as you're not doing nothing illegal or morally wrong, I don't care. That's your business. But I just like to separate the two because they put that as if you're organically dating, a lot of. And I'm not coming at Tony when I say this because he knows I
Yeah,
got a
I
lot of respect.
understand.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he got a lot of respect for him. I was just saying in general, when I hear, I'm on the other side of the fence where I'm like, no, I don't know, I don't put those two things in the same category. Like if you taking a girl out, you take her out. Let's just say, right? You take a girl, and this is real game, so y'all gotta listen to this. If you take a girl out for a date, and you guys, go out on a date, whatever, you guys spend the whole day together. and then you sleep with her at the end of the you sleep with her at the end of the at the end of the day. To me, that's much different than if you would invite a girl over and say, all right, if you come over, I give you $100. Just let me hit it, and that's it. To me, that's much different. That's to me,
Yeah.
it's like, in my
Okay.
opinion. What do you think? I was saying,
Okay.
what do you think?
Let me clarify what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was free.
I think people.
But like Tony said, it ain't really nothing for free. I agree with him with
Yeah.
that.
Let me clarify that.
I understand what you're saying, Tony.
Right. But I want the audience to hear what I have to say too. Well, okay. What I mean, far as for pay to play, I do understand when we usually say that. That means that we're paying for service. I'm trying to keep the language, PG here on
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But what I meant by that, as far as the pay to play or to be with a woman, especially if she's a very beautiful woman, and everything is going to cost you money one way or another. Even athletes, what I'm saying, that want to date these really fine women.
Mhm.
Everything has a price to it. I mean, what I'm saying is you can't be broke. If I go to Colombia, if I go to Medellin right now, broke, with no money in my pockets, I guarantee you, Maria is not going to come over there and lay with me day after day after day after day. And I'm telling, oh baby, I'm poor, I don't have no money. She's gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
She's
yeah. I
gonna
see what
go.
Tony was saying.
And I'm not saying that she's the type of woman that do that pay for, but you do have women down there that's strictly for money, and you got women down there that's strictly for, maybe a relationship or something like that. But what I'm saying, if you look at the whole rim of everything, you're gonna have to pay. I mean, you have to pay a ticket to get a plane. You think
Yeah,
you
no, I
think
agree with that.
you think American Airlines gonna allow you to get on to board that plane for free?
Hell nah.
You think the hotel, or you think the taxi driver is gonna take you on and say, oh, you know what? I'm very poor and I don't have nowhere. You think those taxi drivers gonna take you where you wanna go? They'd be like, hell no. You'll be walking around there in bad shape. So that's what I mean is that unfortunately everything costs. Unless unless one thing, unless one thing, she either has what you have or more than what you have. Okay, because I did have a friend that he dated a woman that her family was a multimillionaire. They owned a banana plantation in Cartagena in Colombia. He
Hmm.
introduced me to her. Okay, and she was a millionaire, so she didn't need his money. So that could work. That could actually work.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's not a lot of them like that. It's
There's not a
probably
lot of
less
them like that,
than
but the odds of finding
uh,
something like that in Colombia is very, very low. It's very low.
yeah,
But the majority, I'm not saying majority, but a lot of the women down there, they are very poor. Most
yeah,
of South American women they live below poverty. Those are most of the ones that you're going to meet. Now, I
yeah.
do understand what Jay Love said that you need to go to places where the elite hang out. Okay, maybe that could change.
And that's why I think, Tony, Uncle Tone, like,
Uh-huh.
it's such a good conversation because, like, we have to classify terms here. That's why it makes for a good conversation. Because it's like,
Yeah,
well, what do you mean you got to pay? You're not, if you're talking about, what I mean, in like a pay for play sense, then yeah, I see I agree with that. That you are going to have to pay something. But
you're going to pay something. You're
because
going
here's
to,
the thing, because this guy in the comment section, J Love was like, "That's not true, big dog. I don't agree with that. You have to pay for women in Colombia." And I'm like, I agree with him, but at the same time, I don't.
all
You know,
right.
like because it's just hard. It's kind of hard to like classify. Because like, for example, there's some dudes out there who are so bad, man. They ain't gotta really pay. Like they really got. They can get some stuff for free for at least for a while. Like they really. There's some cats out there that might be so smooth or so good looking or whatever, or got so much going on for themselves
They're
they
going
ain't
to
got to
believe
pay,
me.
you
Believe
know?
me, they're going to pay one way or another. No Colombian girl is going to lay with you broke. It's not going to happen.
Well, I'm saying,
I've been going to that country for many years. There are not. It's not. Everyone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there are some that is just interested in you. For they may be interested in you too. That's possible. But a lot of them too have that traditional mindset that the man is supposed to provide. The man is supposed to be the head. You're the alpha male.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the wife. You know what I'm saying? You provide the food. You provide, they think that the man supposed to be the provider. We go out, we hunt. You know what I'm saying? But by us being in America as long as we have, then you got this rise of feminism when you have women are basically making just as much as the man.
And like you said, Tony, you saying women trying to compete with, man. That's what's going
Yeah, they
on
compete
today.
with us here, yeah. And some of them are winning. We might have a woman president pretty soon.
Yeah, I saw a stat out there that I think that single women who own homes and single men.
Yeah, yeah.
That's going on, man. I already know it. Then even though if women just don't need a man because they act like men, that's why.
Yeah,
Especially in
that's why I'd
America.
be so glad. That's why when I go to Colombia, I just feel like it's like a big lip off of me because I don't feel that I have to compete like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like most of the women there are still they're very traditional and they're very. I think what really gets men caught up when they go down there is that a lot of women they so feminine. Like the girls that come to see me, they're just so feminine. The beautiful dresses and the shoes, everything about them is just very feminine. So I don't feel I have to put up with that competition of competitiveness here in the States. Here in the
Oh,
States, you gotta be driving this car or have this type of job or
this
be
type of
6 feet
house.
tall, 6'3", all this type of stuff, that we have to go through here in the States.
Oh
But
yeah.
when you go down there, you don't feel like that. You don't feel like that. But what I'm just trying to say that you have to, everything costs, man. Everything costs.
Oh yeah, Tony. I totally agree with that. But how do you deal with long distance relationships in Colombia? You have had a long distance relationship with a Colombian?
Yeah, I had a long distance relationship, and believe me, like I was telling you, it's horrible.
So you don't think
Because if you
long
get
distance
attached to
doesn't
the
work?
girl, if you get emotionally attached to the girl, then every night that you in the States and she's there, you gonna be thinking who she's with, especially on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
what is
your
she
best
doing?
bet, the only way to work there, you have to move down there, basically.
You have to move down there. Yeah, you have to move. You have to basically move down there. It gives you more control, when you're there of the situation.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
when you in the States and she's there, believe me, you don't want that. I've been through that one time, and I will never go back through that again.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
will
something
never
I
go
need to
back through
learn
that again.
too.
No, don't do it. But now my situation is even though I'm not in a relationship with the girl,
Hmm.
but I still go down there and see her, and I still have to have some. I have to provide for her in certain instances. You know what I'm saying? Because when I go back down there, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna make sure I'm taken care of. She's gonna make sure I'm safe. She's gonna make sure that that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And she does that. She always does that every time I go down there. So when I come back here, sometimes I am gonna have to come out of my pocket. Sometimes, like, okay, here you go. Here's the money for the dog. Here's some. Because what? Let me tell you what she did before.
Hmm.
This is crazy. When I was down in Medellin, we went to that's a supermarket down there called Jumbo's. It's a
Hmm.
big, beautiful market. So I got the basket. So we're grocery shopping together. Make sure you know Spanish too, because I've been in situations that my universal translator was off,
Hmm.
and I didn't have no connection. So you can't use translation sometimes. Well, that's very important. So I had to rely on the Spanish that I knew to communicate with her. Okay, so make
Hmm.
sure you guys, if you go into a foreign country like Brazil, Portuguese, Colombia, Spanish, you gotta know those. Those are very important. But anyway, I got my basket right.
Hmm.
And I'm pushing, through the supermarket. So she disappears, and she's looking through the groceries and stuff like that because I had to buy her a few groceries too for help her mom and stuff. She comes back with a big old bag of dog food and throws it right in the back.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
What happened, Tony? I'm sorry, I missed. What'd you say?
He said it was the
Oh
dog.
my God. She throws a big old bag of dog food right in the back. I was like, I'm looking up like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. I said, well, because I'm thinking that I'm going to the store for the both of us. I'm going to the store for her. But she said no. And so she made a statement saying, if you want to accept me, you got to accept the dog too. You see what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
I see this bag of dog food, a picture of this, it was Colombian dog food, I never seen dog food look like that before. It was crazy. Paying for dinner dates and drinks. I have dated several women and not Northern Zone in Bogota. They never, oh wow, he said they never asked for money. Wow. So let me ask you a question, J Love. Let me ask you a question before I know you say you gotta go. Let me ask you this question. Did they did you ever like get with them overnight? Did you ever spend nights with them? And did they try to ask for money there? J Love said feminism is spreading rapidly. Yeah, it is spreading. You're right. Especially in Colombia and Medellin. Let me see, many feminist Colombian women I have attended feminist protests in Bogota. Wow. My ex from Bogota was a damn feminist. Wow. Yeah, it is. Yeah. 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 But I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of women that I date, I try to stay away from women like that in Colombia. The
What
women that
type of
I
women,
usually
Tony?
date, the ladies that I usually date, they live in the communas. They do. Up in the hill, they live up in the mountains.
Oh, in the mountains. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they live in the mountains. So they seem to be not that, as far as being a feminist or anything like that. They seem to be more traditional. You know,
Oh, okay, okay. But
yeah,
so yeah, like you said, the conclusion. So the only way the long distance relationship work, you just have to move down to where she at.
yeah. I would highly recommend moving where she is because far as her, yeah, I believe you, J Love. I believe you. I've been knowing about Bogota for a while too. I'm gonna tell you about Bogota. You gotta be careful with Bogota. I'm gonna tell you the reason why you have to really look out about Bogota is that Bogota is in a higher elevation. You know, they live in a higher sea level. The mountains. You know, and I heard that if you have like any type of respiratory diseases or COPD or something, it can be very hard to breathe in Bogota.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know people that actually woke up out of their sleep and it was like you couldn't get no air because you're very high up. Eventually your body would, get accustomed to it. But that's one of the reasons why I stayed away from Bogota. I have several friends that went there. They said it's like when you get there, it's hard to breathe. And then when you walk up the stairs, it's like I know a guy that went there, excellent condition, strong, got muscle, exercise every day. He went to Bogota and he ran up the stairs and he said he was just completely out of breath. So he was just sitting on the stairs like this. So
Yeah, you're right on the money. I went to Bogota. I almost ran out of breath early in the morning.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
taking
And
a
you be
nap, so
wondering
I was
what's
like,
wrong.
man,
You be thinking something wrong with you,
yeah.
Barranquilla's like that too. I had altitude sickness with Barranquilla. When I went,
Tequila? I
yeah,
thought
Barranquilla,
Barranquilla got
yeah,
a
I go
low.
through there because the humidity was really high. They had like a 95% humidity there. And sometimes you'll go outside and it will feel like you actually can't get no air. I said, okay, I gotta go back into my Airbnb and turn the air conditioning on. It was that bad. But they told me there, they said eventually you'll get used to it. Your body have to adjust to it. You know, your lungs and your red blood cells and things have to adjust to that environment. You know what I'm saying? But Medellin, one thing I like about that place, it's like the weather for me, it's like it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, I remember I told you I got sick when I was down there too, man.
Yeah. Let's see what Jay saying. Okay. Jay, it sounds scary. My slogan is Colombia is scary. Colombia is so scary, very scary. If you don't keep your head on the swivel, but there's no guarantee. Yeah, it's not. You're right, Jay. You're absolutely right. You always keep your head on the swivel. Always. Benta Cartagena had a but oh good. Yeah, Bandana, he spends a lot of time in Cartagena. He's been trying to get me to come there. You know, but Medellin just had me hooked. I don't know. I think the women there are just gorgeous. And then I ran into Barbie. That was it. That was it.
Oh, Medellin is your hot spot.
Yeah, Barbie got me like hooked, man. I was like, oh boy.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna be leaving Medellin for a while. Yep. So smooth life.
Yeah, what's going on?
So what do you think about the creation of BRICS, man? You know, they having the meeting about the, you know, get ready. They in the BRICS summit in Russia right now. It's a big thing.
Yeah. One second, hold on. One second. I'm in a bad spot. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, Terrell?
About what?
About the BRICS meeting. They, Russia is hosting the BRICS meeting this week in Russia.
Oh, that's a good question, Tony. Yeah, I don't know, man. We have to see. You never know what's going to happen over there, man.
I got a little clip, y'all, about the summit that's going on in Russia right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me see what's it. I keep it slow to myself. I call it scary. Yeah. Along with the color and the flag, which is yellow and green, red, I will call scary flag of last level. Yeah, you're right. Hey, guys, do a favor for me. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Like, hit that like button for me, please. Okay, I'm going to play this clip about the BRICS Summit, which is important because we all need to be economically ready to, let me see, anybody else? We need to be economically ready for what's coming, okay? That's why I have these lives. All right, here we go. This is the Iranian leader giving a speech to the BRICS Summit, so I think hope you guys just stay to watch this, and I'll be leaving the live pretty soon. All right, here we go, guys. I do this for you all because I want you all to be prepared of what's going on because geopolitical information affects the way how we travel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, whatever we do, we might do it quickly before things start to change because things are changing fast in the world. All right, here we go.
Powers have it that peace, democracy, prosperity, and development can only be achieved through the pathways they define and assign. The upshot of this monopolistic worldview thus far has been but a surge in...
Wait a minute, something's wrong. Something's going on. Oh, man. I just like every time I do this, something goes wrong. Let me try this again.
Violence, war, and terrorism on the one hand, and unprecedented recourse to economic and political sanctions on the other. According to statistics, the United States alone has imposed 3 times as many sanctions on other countries of the world in the past 2 years than the entire stretch of the last decade. The flip side of the coin of Western unilateralism has been the outbreak of various wars, the most oppressive and excruciating of which are currently unfolding in the occupied Palestine and Lebanon The formation, continuance, and expansion of BRICS over the past 15 years have proffered the countries and the global community an opportunity to not tether their destinies to the sole dictates of Western powers, and to pave ways for broader participation of all emerging powers in global economic governance. In the early years following the establishment of BRICS,
yeah, you're absolutely right. So what they get ready to do right now, after the BRICS, they get ready to use the new payment system. They're supposed to bypass the SWIFT system. So that means that, so not only you have Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, which are the core members of BRICS, now you have BRICS are expanding to all these other African countries now. So you have 40 more other countries that are joining BRICS. So what they're saying is we no longer want to do trade in US dollars anymore. Okay, we want to use our own currency. We want to use the BRICS system.
Or the new payment systems independent of dollar need be strengthened. The independent countries can no longer indemnify the United States for its unsound financial policies or its failure to combat systemic corruption in its financial sector. The world today faces numerous challenges, including food security, climate change, debt crises, the North-South divide, to name a few. Addressing these issues, which have disproportionately exposed the developing countries and the global South to tension and harm.
Let me see. You got a dating woman overseas that need money. A guy sends money to these overseas girlfriends, but she should be using that money to visit her gringo boyfriend and another thing. Yes, she could be. That's true. See, that's the risk that you have. Well, let me go through some of these. Say Ecuador, Colombia. She has the same color. Okay, we did that one already. Most Colombian women have Colombian gringo boyfriends that, let me see, these chicas will give you your money to her and Colombia. Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm saying don't even get involved. Don't get emotionally involved. See, this is the things that will be going through your mind. These are the things that will be going through your mind while you're dating a foreign woman. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm telling you, even when you go over there and she's providing for you, and then when you come back and then when she has problems, she's gonna want you to pay to help her out. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, by you being here in the States and she's over there, she's not gonna wait for you. Ain't that right, Terrell?
I wouldn't say that, but you don't think there's a few women over there loyal, or you think all of them is like that?
I can't say all of them is like that, but I'm just looking at being realistic. I mean, you're here and she's over there thousands of miles away, and it won't be 6 months before you come back. It may not be 7 months until you come back. It all depends. It all depends on the person.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, if it's less than a month, the chance, if you got a good woman, she don't do that. But if it's like over 6 months, a lot of times they usually forget about you.
Yeah, they're gonna forget about you. Yeah, but they probably won't forget. See what I'm saying? That they won't forget about you, but life goes on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have needs too. They want companionship too. So they're not going to sit from day after day after day after day. Now, what possibly could work, unless you guys are working on something together or her coming here. You know what I'm saying? Some guys bring their wives from Colombia to America, and sometimes you have to go through the immigration process, what may take a little time.
But Tony, you don't recommend that, do you?
No, I don't recommend that at all. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't recommend that at all. Let me see. Yeah. The BRICS thing is super serious. Yeah, it's super serious because you're talking about the global South controls over 40% of the whole entire world GDP. You know what I'm saying? So you got one half of the you got one half of the countries of the global South saying we no longer want to participate with the West. We want to do our own financial trade through BRICS. But the problem is this: is that the U.S. dollar is the reserve currency right now. Okay, so all trade, 95% of all trade that's done, is done in U.S. dollars. So in order for us to pay our bills, we provide bonds to these other countries, treasury bills to these other countries. And they buy our bonds, they buy our debt. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're able to, every year, they said we're going to raise the debt ceiling because we borrow money from these countries. But now they're saying that we no longer want to participate in that system anymore. So BRICS can really have its own payment system that's going to bypass the SWIFT system. And guess what I just heard on the news the other day? Let me show y'all this article. I went to Cartagena and I had fun, kept it there. I went on over there in Cartagena, Bolivia, Colombia, to stay over there. Okay. But when they would always cover your, they will always cover. That's what I'm saying. They always will cover you, right? The ones that I go visit, they always cover me. So that's why when I come back home, I have to, when they get into trouble, then you have to, provide something. Let's see. Gaddafi was about to back the dollar with gold, which would have changed the game for it. But it's happening now. It's still going to happen. Look at this. You got the BRICS summit now. This is serious. And right now, I heard after the meeting, they're going to implement the new payment system. They're supposed to bypass the SWIFT system. The SWIFT system is the main system that is used by the West. Okay? But now they're saying that we want to do our own. Let's, I don't state these things for negativity, but I learned from personal experience. Yes, sir, I agree. Hey, I listen, bro. I am listening to you. I agree with everything you say. I agree.
Must go through the active participation of these nations. The BRICS Alliance ought to pursue with higher vigor its cause of making the voices of the unheard echo throughout the global community and effectively follow up on its dialogue mechanisms with other countries. We believe in BRICS ideals of reforming global governance, multilateralism, promoting peace, security, and inclusive economic growth, and fostering transparency and democracy in global financial institutions. For its part, the Islamic Republic of Iran will make every effort to ensure that BRICS, aloof from politicization and geopolitical conflicts, successfully navigates the tasks of reforming the global economic governance structure and creating alternative opportunities for the development and prosperity of the global South.
Global South, that's what it's called, the Global South.
Inclusion of new members, BRICS institutions such as the new Development Bank and the Contingency Reserve Arrangement ought to assume greater responsibility for financing member countries' projects and addressing payment imbalances.
Wow.
Guided by the core principles of sound competition and mutual cooperation, each BRICS member should view the progress and development of other members as its own.
Yep, it will. It will.
BRICS is not meant to serve as merely a conversation club. Its decisions have the...
This is the reason why I do these videos. This is the reason why I do these videos. A big change is coming. It's coming. The reset is getting ready to happen. Okay? That's the reason why I do these.
should have the backing of execution guarantees and anticipation of apt tools that can help them materialize. The growth of the level of economic cooperation, including the volume of investment and trade among
Ethiopia, they're part of BRICS now. And you got the United Emirates, and you have Saudi Arabia talking about joining.
BRICS members can be used as a benchmark to annually assess the degree of BRICS' success or failure. To this end, it is imperative that a center for collecting, aggregating, and evaluating member states' economic data be established. Such a center can pursue multiple objectives, from collecting
Wow. Yes, sir, guys. Yes, sir. So the last thing I want to say before I end this live is make sure that you get you some gold and silver, okay?
Finance officials from the BRICS nations are meeting in Moscow this week, and the Russian finance minister Anton Siluanov just called for what may be a new gold standard. He says that the IMF and the World Bank no longer operate in the interest of the BRICS nations, and that it is now time to form new institutions that do. The way he describes these institutions, however, suggests that gold will likely play a major role in whatever Russia has planned. And the other shoe could drop as soon as the end of October, so time is short. Of course, any moves to establish a gold-pegged BRICS currency would have huge implications for the gold price, for the silver price, and for anyone who is stacking physical precious metals.
Yep. Tell you guys, get your gold and your silver, man. Get your gold and silver together now, because gold and silver is gonna be a lot. It's going to be worth a whole lot more pretty soon. So Terrell, you got anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, if you want to invest in gold, silver, I think you invest in futures.
Yes, guys.
It's futures, but you can't find it on like the stock or the ETF. You just have to go on future. I think it's a L/symbol. I'm not sure. I just looked into that today, actually.
Yeah. Press 53, what's up, man? Where you been, bro? Haven't seen you in a long time. I got worried about you. I looked for you on Instagram, I didn't see you. How you doing, man? I got worried about you, brother. Yeah, where you been? I got worried about you. Are you doing okay? He said lots of laugh. I thought so, brother. I looked for you on Instagram and I couldn't find you. But I'm glad to see you doing okay, brother. Yeah, the channel is doing much better. It's growing. A lot of people are participating. It's going to continue to grow. And hopefully not too long ago, very, very close to being monetized. You know, where people can give super chats and stuff like that. It's getting very, very close. I think only like a few 100 hours away. Not that, maybe 100, maybe 120. But that should be done really soon. So, yeah, everything's going good, bro. Yeah. Yeah, the channel is growing. Yeah, the channel is growing. It's doing good. People are coming. People want to learn. You know, we just try to get ready for the reset, man. It's about to be a reset. So if we're going to live abroad, if we're going to go to the DR or Colombia, wherever we're going to do, we better do it now before World War III breaks out. I believe if Kamala Harris gets in that, we will be dealing with World War III. I really believe that. This is my opinion. Let me see. Somebody just came in. Smooth Life?
Yeah, he might. Smooth Life.
Smooth Life, you still there? Let me remove it out. Let me see. Let me try to bring him back in. Let's see. Smooth Life? I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Yeah. So, well, I'm getting ready. Press 53. Your name is Will. It's good to see you again, bro. I'm glad everything's okay because I sent you a message. You know, I wonder what happened to you, but I'm glad you're okay. You're always a guest here on the channel. You always come on anytime you want. You're too Smooth Life. I think something's going on with your audio, Smooth Life. And T, is always good talking to you, brother.
Man, it was good talking to you, Tony. Yeah, thanks for this live, and good we talk about these important topics.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you guys, you're not gonna get it from anywhere else, man. About the economic collapse and about what's going on geopolitical. That's very important because I really believe there's gonna come a time where you're gonna be where you be. You're gonna be where you be. You know, you're gonna want to travel, you're gonna want to go play, but you're not gonna be able to go. You know, I really believe that's coming. You know, so we need to we need to take advantage of what we have so far. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the dollar while it's strong right now.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Right. Because you see what's coming. So, all right, guys. Thank y'all very much for coming on the live. I will see you all again next week. And what I probably end up start doing is if there'll be breaking news that comes out, I'm going to make sure that it probably won't be lives like this, but I'll be coming on like giving y'all information. You know, probably during the election too. I'll probably be doing something with the election. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do some breaking news with that. You know, to announce who's going to be the next president of the United States. Okay, and we got a lot going on. We got a big election going on. We got BRICS going on right now, so there's a lot of things changing right now. So you guys stay safe. Love you all, and y'all stay safe out there. Okay. God bless you. Thank you all for coming. Have a good evening.